Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Unscripted Sports Podcast brought to you by Northeast Streaming Sports Network. And we're glad you're joining us tonight. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube. YouTube, look us up under Unscripted as Logan Landers or Jay McLovin or Big Shaw. And you can find all the other things that these guys are doing also, along with our Unscripted Sports Podcast. Make sure that you subscribe to our page and like and share on Facebook. Our times that we're on are Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 Eastern. We're doing a little early tonight because we had some schedule conflicts, but we'll still be there when you join in our Facebook page or YouTube to watch us. And Saturdays at noon Eastern time. I'm Melanie, your moderator, and the guys are Logan Landers.
What up, everybody? How y'all doing tonight?
And Jay McLovin.
Hey, what's up, H-Town? Hey, don't forget, you can find us on, you can find me on Instagram at Jason McMahon 3.
All right. And so once again, we love for you guys to join in on the show, and we welcome your comments and questions. We love to interact with you and post them on our page. So we can get started with our first topic, guys.
All right.
Bills and Chiefs pregame. Jay, what do you got to say about that one?
It's going to be nice and nasty. Bills Mafia, where you at, Bills Mafia? That's what's going to happen. Bills Mafia about to go. I hope Bills Mafia gets the W in this one, and I think they have a good shot at it. You know, because right now the biggest story is Patrick Mahomes. Is he going to play? Is he not going to play? Hey, listen, did y'all see when Patrick Mahomes got hit? When the boy stood up, his legs went left, his body went right, and his head was seeing stars. Until about 5 or 10 minutes later, and then he finally could actually hold power and still, start carrying himself to the tent to get looked at. Now that concussion ain't no joke. That concussion protocol, they're living it down pretty thick now. So it's going to take a lot for him to get back on the field. Will he have enough time? I hope so. But at the same time, I hope Patrick does the right thing by himself and doesn't try to come back when he's not ready to come back, because that concussion is no joke, and it can lead to bigger things down the road. So I don't know if that's going to be a big thing. If they roll out with Chad Henne, I'm going to tell you right now, Buffalo's going to take this game. I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to take this game. But if they roll out with Patrick Mahomes, if he's at 100%, then, you're looking at a 50-50 shot. If Patrick Mahomes comes out and he's not quite all there mentally, then I still think the Buffalo Bills will take that game. It's going to come down to how well Patrick Mahomes comes back, and if he has all of his faculties upstairs fully ready to be engaged to do what he needs to do to win the game. Right now, so the last time these two teams met was October 19th. The score was 26-17. And the run game was by far the biggest factor for the Kansas City Chiefs to win that game. That they had like 130 some odd rushing yards to I think around 50 or 60 rushing yards. And Buffalo's leading rusher was actually Jared Allen at 42 yards. So that's a big thing, number one, Buffalo's going to have to get their run game going. And B, number two, Bills defense is going to have to stop their run defense or their Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And that's if Edwards-Helaire plays. I don't think he played last game. I think it was a heavy dose of LaDainian Tomlinson and Mr. Williams. And, if Edwards-Helaire comes back and he's not 100%, well, how productive will he be? And that's the biggest question from the last time these guys met, which was not that much. I mean, what I said the score was, it was 26-17. That's a possession and a half. So that's not a whole lot. So with all the factors that are going on, it's a very legitimate shot that these Buffalo Bills will actually win that game. Yards allowed. Buffalo gives up 422 yards, 265 for the pass, 156 for the rush. To Kansas City at 316, 204 to the pass, 112 to the rush. So that tells you right there that Cleveland, or excuse me, Kansas City gives up less and Buffalo gives up more. But without Edwards-Helaire, and without without a healthy Edwards-Helaire, without a healthy Patrick Mahomes, that defense could be forced to be on that field a lot longer. So if that happens, how tired does the defense become, and how much yards will they start giving up more than what they previously were giving up? And that's where all the X factors start coming in for this game. So my prediction is that the Bills are going to win this game, and I think they win it by 7 or 8 or 7 to 10. So somewhere between that 7 to 10 points, I think they're going to win this game by. And I primarily think that based on the fact that, number one, Patrick Mahomes, if he does come back, I don't think he's going to be 100%. Number two, Edwards-Helaire, if he comes back, I don't think he's going to be a full 100%. So that's a lot. And, given it was only a 1.5 possession game win on the last time they met when everybody was 100%, all those things taken into consideration, that's why I put it 7 to 10, and that's what I'm sticking with.
Hey, we'll have to see, Jay. We'll have to see. I'm looking forward to it, though. I'll tell you that. I'm looking forward to this matchup, man.
Me too, man. Me too, honestly.
Yeah, just give my quick 2 cents on it. To me, Josh Allen is kind of knocking at that door of an emerging superstar quarterback in the league, in my opinion, personally.
Hey, where you at?
And, I think that if he does get this win against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, it's going to be a heck of a win for him. It's going to silence a lot of his doubters, I believe. We got our boy Philip Truss thinking the Chiefs are going to get the win by 10. We'll have to see, Phil. We will have to see. But like Jay said, if Mahomes can come back and if he's at least, I'd say 90% healthy, along with all the weapons that the Chiefs got, it's going to be a nail-biter. But, Jay, I just want the Bills to win, honestly. I do. They've been down in the dumps for so long. I want them to get a win. They deserve this, man. They really do deserve this win. And hey, Josh Allen said if they get to the Super Bowl, he's going to go through not 1 but 2 tables. So I want to see that personally.
Right.
And
that's the thing, though. Everybody, everybody's expected KC to win this game, but I don't think they're taking into consideration. A lot of things happened since that last game, and I'm telling you, that concussion protocol. That's a big thing to come over, and Chad Henney's not going to be able to pull this team out. No, he's not going to be able to do it. Not against a strong Jared Allen. And let me tell you something: Buffalo, they are really good on defense. I mean, this is not a strong defense to go up against. It's going to be a far cry different than what Kansas City gave them, obviously, for many reasons. I mean, honestly, Buffalo's got Stephon Diggs, Beasley. And then they got better weapons. I mean, or not better weapons than KC, but they have better weapons, I think, than Cleveland's going to have. Not necessarily so much on the offensive side of the ball, which they do, but they have a lot better weapons on defense. Their defense is a lot better than Cleveland's defense was, because that means less points. Right. And that's why I really feel like the stars are coming out of alignment. These dudes, this Buffalo Bills team has potential to do what Jim Kelly's Buffalo team couldn't in 4 tries. So these guys need to do it, and I'm rooting. Hey, look, Bills Mafia, I'm out there, man. I'm out there. Hey, listen,
we're with you.
We're with you, man. I don't have a dog in this fight, so if I had to, so I'm going to go with the one underdog. And people are actually I guarantee they're having Buffalo Bills as the underdog, and that's going to be their biggest mistake.
Hey, I'm looking forward to it. But hey, that's 2 of the 4 teams. Mel, why don't you tell us about the other 2 teams left in the race to get a Super Bowl?
All right. Buccaneers versus Packers. Logan, you want to start us out on that one?
All right, let's do it. Jay, we just talked about, 2 of the young guns in the league with Mahomes and with Josh Allen. We got 2 seasoned veterans here, my man. Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. What more can you say? We thought last week it was going to be a good game with Brady and Breeze. That turned out to be a little bit false. But this one, I think, is going to live up to the hype. I'll give you that one. Aaron Rodgers has been lights out, potential MVP. Tom Brady's always a high-caliber player. We've seen what he's done in the playoffs. He's got more wins in the playoffs than certain teams do, which is phenomenal. It's absolutely insane. But, man, this is going to be a good game. This might be the game of the weekend here. If it wasn't, yeah, I would say if Patrick Mahomes was 100%, I might give the edge to the Bills and Chiefs game for my game of the week. But I gotta give it to Green Bay and to Tampa. But man, if the Packers want to get this win, Aaron Rodgers gotta have a really good game. They gotta get Devontae Adams cooking. I think they gotta get a turnover or two against Brady, kind of rattle his confidence a little bit. But if the Tampa Bay Bucks want to get this win, move on to the Super Bowl in their home stadium, mind you, that would be the first team to ever do so. Tom Brady, he's just gotta have a regular game. Honestly, it does what he normally does. Protects the ball for the most part, throws for a good bit of yardage, gets some touchdowns. And we already talked on the show, Jay, about how many weapons they got on that team. It's absolutely stacked. And, Green Bay's no slouch either.
Oh, yeah.
So the key for me this game, as it is for the majority of football games, what team can get the most turnovers? That's the big thing for me, because with the two offensive powerhouses that are coming up with these games, if you slip up, that might end up, costing you your season. So, all in all, man, this is a tough one. Honestly, I want this one to be a close nail biter of a game. I want this to be at least, if not a touchdown, a field goal to decide it, man. Because I want a really good one. But let's see. I was correct on my predictions last time on the show, so I'm trying to really kind of weather the storm and get this one right again. So I'll go with Green Bay. I'll go with them getting the win in this one. I think it'll be. Some people are kind of calling it more of an upset, so we'll see. But yeah, I got Green Bay getting the win in this one. And it looks like we have another guest coming in here. Hello, Mr. Shaw.
There he is. Oh, day late, the dollar short, but we love him.
Hi.
Hey. Real quick, I want to, and before we get into this Green Bay, I want to kind of go back to what because Tross had put a couple of comments before we met in, and I didn't want him to think he's talking, and I agree with him. KC is stacked, no doubt about it. But if that signal caller can't get that ball to those stacked players, they're not really going to matter. Now, that's not to say. And Big Sean, what do you think about this? So we saw the game, right, where Kansas City, where Patrick, I know you saw where Patrick Mahomes got the crap knocked out of his head. And that boy looked like he was about to pass out.
Mm-hmm.
So my contention is if Patrick Mahomes doesn't come back, or if he does come back, he ain't gonna be 100%. I'm saying the Buffalo Bills take this game. What do you think?
They're still gonna win.
You think Chiefs gonna win it?
They're still gonna win. They got too many weapons.
Yeah, and that's what Tross is saying. He's talking about all the weapons that they have. I'm just wondering, do you think that Buffalo Bills defense could put pressure in on Henny if he's the one playing to where that would affect them?
But Henny can still play. He's gonna
have to. Yeah, he's gonna have to because man, damn, that Buffalo defense ain't no joke. All right, we're gonna move on.
All right.
Now we're talking about. I'm sorry, but now we're talking about. I want to get Shaw caught up what we were talking about. Now we're talking about Patrick Mahomes.
Bills and Chiefs.
We're talking about Aaron Brady and Tom. Aaron Brady. Now combining names. Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady.
There you go.
I think Tom Brady. Man, I don't. You know what? Do you ever kind of feel like this could be like all the stars could be in alignment for this guy because he has all. He just came out of New Orleans and took that game. Now he's going into Green Bay. Now Green Bay ain't no slouch, and Aaron Rodgers is a bad mother. You know what? So. And Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, I mean, they have weapons over there as well. I think Antonio Brown, that could be an X factor. I think Fournette could be an X factor. I don't know, man. I think it's going to be a tight game. I think it's going to be a close game.
Well, who's going to hold Devontae Adams?
What do you think, Big Shaw?
Who's going to hold Devontae Adams from Tampa Bay?
That's true.
Hey, that's true.
I get it. That's true. I agree. So that's okay. So that's what I'm saying. So do you say, Big Shaw? Do you think that Devontae Adams and Rodgers by themselves can beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Nah, Tom Brady gonna win. They're gonna win.
I just think, like you said earlier, right? You were saying Kansas City's gonna win because they have all those weapons, and I mean that's the same thing for Tampa. Tampa's got a lot more weapons than what Green Bay has.
So they're gonna win.
So Logan's saying that Green Bay is going to win it. I'm saying Tampa. I'm saying Tampa by a touchdown. Maybe a field goal or a touchdown. Maybe more.
It better be a close game.
they put a really good shellacking towards the end of the game. I mean, they won by what, 10 points, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they could repeat that. I think they could put another. But it's in Green Bay. Oh, it's going to be cold, man. See, that's another thing. But Tom's used to playing in the cold. He played in New England.
Yeah.
So what's
going to be a good game?
You know, I mean, I don't think the cold is going to affect Tom one bit or the other. And Gronk knows the cold weather. Antonio Brown knows the cold weather from Pittsburgh. I mean, I'm gonna stick with it, man. I'm sticking with it. Tampa by 10.
Okay. I like it.
I think it's going to be a hell of a good game.
It better be, Shaw. It better be, Jay.
It's gonna be
It better be a good game.
It will be.
There's Shaw right here, boy.
Oh, yeah, big Shaw.
All right, Shaw. Your top 5 offensive linemen of all time.
Man, I don't even got a list, but I'm about to give it right now.
Off the dome.
I got it. It's coming. And y'all gonna be shocked. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
He's doing some Googling.
He's like,
He's looking up people who are in the Hall of Fame.
Hold on a minute.
I know really Wolf. I know really Wolf is. What's his last name? Willie. He played for the Saints. Damn.
I know who you're talking. Sneed? Was it Sneed?
No, it was Willie.
No.
McGinnis? No.
He was on defense. Hold on. It's
As you can see.
I don't want to say his name wrong. Hold on. He on here. Hold on.
Uh-huh. As you can see, some intense preparation goes into the show, everybody. We put our blood, sweat, and tears into these.
That's the most scripted off the chain.
I know. Hey, we don't have a script. Shaw, I appreciate you for doing this.
What's his name? Willie Rofe. That's his name.
Oh, Rofe?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's one. We got 4 more.
That's my boy there. He's coming. I got Willie. Well, I should have had this. I'm slacking. Bruce Matthews is number 2.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
And I know, and I'm thinking his name. I like Andrew Whitworth too. That's his name. That dude came from LSU. He played for the Rams. I'm trying to think of his name.
Oh, and he in the league right now?
Yeah, he's still playing.
Okay.
What about Orlando Pace?
I was about to say Orlando Pace.
Huh?
Now I got to take him off. Now you said it. Let me see.
I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna give up.
Will Shields.
Oh yeah, he's good. He's good. He played with Kansas City, didn't he?
Huh?
He played with Kansas City, didn't he? Shields? Yeah.
Shaw, there's one name I'm looking for that you ain't said yet. I'm waiting for it.
Let me see.
It'll be a shame if you don't bring it out.
Do y'all know about a guy named John Hanna?
Yeah, Hanna.
The name I was looking for. He's good though.
John Hanna and Jonathan Oden.
Okay, back with the Ravens.
And how many I got? I got 2 more left.
Did you
I don't even know what's number at now.
And Anthony.
No, I think you've already hit 5, but okay.
And Larry Allen.
Oh, Larry
Allen.
Allen.
Right there.
Yeah.
And
Larry Allen's a beast.
Did you put Anthony Minos on there, Shaw?
Yeah, here's my number 1.
Okay.
Otherwise, I didn't have the Stelly in there.
Hey, well, Shaw, that was some amazing work you did on the fly there, buddy.
You cannot get it better than this right here.
No.
Yep.
You're not going to find this
That's
on
why it's called Unscripted.
You're not going to find this anywhere else.
No. They came out of nowhere.
All right, let's move on.
All right, we're on our quick topics now. Let's see. Who will step in as the next Saints quarterback? Jay, you want to start us off on that one?
Yeah, I'll start off on that. Winston, he really should get the next start. I think that man's been playing behind Brady for this year. I think it's time to take a flyer on him and see what he can do. He threw for a touchdown in yesterday's game. I think it's time they're going to probably give it to Taysom Hill only because he got the big contract and because Sean Payton guaranteed him that when Breeze retired, he would be the next man up. But I suspect that they're going to have a pretty good battle at training camp, a QB battle. And I wouldn't be surprised if Jameis Winston comes out on top of that QB battle. I think there's going to be pressure. I think there's going to be a lot of speculation. But I think Winston comes out on that one. What do you think?
It's looking pretty easy. Like that might be the for sure lock, Jay. Because I mean, we saw after the game that Drew Brees was saying that this is your team now to Winston. But I want to go a different route here. We got the draft coming up a little bit. I see the Saints getting a quarterback. I don't see them putting a whole lot of faith in Taysom Hill just because he does good in his other positions, but he struggles at the quarterback position sometimes. Jay, don't act like you don't know that.
Yeah.
So here's a guy who I think that the Saints might draft possibly for their future quarterback. Zach Wilson out of BYU. I think he might fall. I think they might pick him up. He might, because this draft is stacked, man. They got a lot of really good players coming out, and we'll see. The Saints might trade up. You never know.
Yeah.
But I think that would be a really good fit, though. Honestly, if Wilson can fall there, I've seen his name linked there a couple times, and if he can't, like I said, that would be my dream pick if they were able to get him. I think he would be electric for the Saints, but. I'll go with you. I'll keep the safe answer. I think at least for this year, they're going to have Winston be the quarterback kind of as a placeholder because, I don't think they're going to want to base their team around, no Jameis Winston for years to come. He's had a very roller coaster type of career, we'll say. And, I feel like he's going to have, if he does get the job this next season, if he has a good year, then, he might move on somewhere else and, the Saints might get younger. But we'll see. But, yeah, I'm going to agree with you, Jay. They'll get Jameis Winston. He's going to be the starter next year. Shaw, what you think?
I wouldn't start Jameis Winston. I don't care if he threw for 5,000 whatever yards he threw, but he threw 30 interceptions.
Facts.
I wouldn't trust Jameis Winston. I don't care what nobody say about it. I wouldn't start him. I wouldn't even trust Taysom Hill. Heck, if you want to get somebody, go get Colin Kaepernick. That's what I feel. You don't get somebody. He's the proven winner. Go get him. Go get Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Cam
might work. Yeah.
Colin, or you know what? If you just if you want to do it, you might as well go all out with it. Go get Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, that sounds like a good one.
They'd have to give up a lot for him, though.
Yeah, they'll give it up.
Give up a lot.
They'll do it.
I think I could see Watson going there before Cam. My thing about Cam is how many more people are going to take a chance on him? If he can't survive in Bill Belichick, which is probably like the best guru coach out there, who else is going to be able to get more out of him? You know what I mean?
All he's going to get is a 1-year deal. That's all he's going to get. He didn't prove nothing this year.
Oh, matter of fact, not only did he not prove something, he actually diminished his stock a little bit, honestly.
He didn't have a great. This was supposed to be kind of his comeback story. After getting out of Carolina and everything, he was supposed to come back with the Patriots and lead them to victories and everything. And he just had a very subpar year. And now he's gonna have to keep hunting for that 1-year contract to prove himself once again. So. Quite a fall from grace from the former MVP.
And let's be honest, but New Orleans does have a lot more weapons to throw to than what New England had. New England didn't have crap, man. No. But at least over in New Orleans, you got Sanders, you got Thomas. But even though Thomas is getting ready to have some surgeries, but you got Kamara. You can
they got more weapons.
Yeah, they don't need those. They don't need.
It'll be a lot better.
Yeah. So we'll see, man. I think definitely New Orleans is going to have a lot of things to figure out over this this offseason. So it should be something. I'll tell you that. But I could see if Wilson could slide down that far, that wouldn't be a bad thing for them to chop on. I think that's more a Sean Payton style of quarterback anyway. To be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He'd be a perfect fit for them because he's got that big cannon of an arm that Drew Brees had back in his heyday.
He does.
And that would be a perfect fit. Hey, we'll see, though. We'll see. All right, Mel, what we got up next?
All right, here we go. Did the Brooklyn Nets overspend for James Harden? Logan, you're up.
Well, if the Nets win a championship, I'm gonna say no. If they got about 3 years, like I said on the last show, Jay. They got about 3 years contracts with James Harden, with Kyrie, and with Kevin Durant. They're looking good right now in the first couple games. So if the Nets can at least get one championship, I think it's fine. I compared it to the Lakers and Pelicans trade for Anthony Davis, Jay, when I said that the Lakers gave up all of their young talent for Anthony Davis, but they got a ring. So if the Nets can get a ring, they can get a championship in the next year or 2 or 3. I think it'll be it won't matter if they overspent. Houston got a really good haul. They got Oladipo, 50 draft picks basically, and they did really good. The Cavaliers as well were in there. They got Jared Allen and a few picks also, and then they also who's their team? Indiana. They got
Indiana's the one that gave up Oladipo. And matter of fact, Indiana's the one that got LeVert.
Yeah, and then LeVert, he might be out the rest of the season with that something wrong with his kidney, right?
Yeah,
like kidney infection or something.
He's got a small mass on his kidney.
Right. So I just think if that didn't go through because of that, well, this trade wouldn't have happened. But Indiana was willing to take the chance, and they accepted it. And I mean, they lost him probably. Like I said, we don't know how long, but depending on how serious it is, it might be for the rest of the season. I like, if I had to rank them, I put obviously Brooklyn number 1 because they got an electric shooter with James Harden to pair with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, who's going to come back in a couple games. It looks like. I really like the Rockets with all the guys they got and all the draft picks, especially. They can move up in the draft if they need to, or they can, shop those picks around for other players. Indiana, they got, Indiana's kind of they're kind of stuck right now. They're kind of rebuilding. LeVert, I think, has always been a pretty good player. And then Cleveland, they got the big men over there in Cleveland. They got Jared Allen, who's, I think, 22, 23. Yeah. And he's going to be out for a few weeks now. I think he broke his hand or something. But he was leading the league in blocks with, I think, 4 or 5 a game. So I think, I think that overall it was a really good trade. And I don't think the Nets overspent because I think that they will get a championship in the next couple of years. That's my take.
All right, Shaw. James.
We talked about this seminar already. No, they didn't overspend. I mean, we know we're not expecting them to win a championship right now, but they want to win a championship. That's why they got James Harden. They got the best. They got the best done everything. They got their superstar in James Harden, and Kyrie Irving is coming back. What I heard. So with Irving coming back, it's about to get nasty now. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I mean, honestly, it's really not really much to really talk about it anymore because ESPN talk about it, everybody talking about it. I said, man, look, I just think it's done already. The Nets gonna do their thing. They're gonna win some, they're gonna lose some, but they're gonna get to the playoffs. But I don't know about the finals just yet. I don't know.
You gotta see that chemistry be built.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what you think, Jay?
Man, this is what I was trying to. Me and Big Shaw were talking about. I feel like this is my problem with it. I mean, it's great for Houston. Don't get me wrong, because we got 8 draft picks out of it, and we got Victor Oladipo, and we got Exum and some other guy I forget. So Houston got a great bundle for this guy, and our future is stacked for a hot minute, But when I look at what the Nets gave up, if I'm a Nets fan, if I put my little Nets hat on and I'm a Nets fan, and I'm looking at my team giving up 4 first-rounders, and then after those first 4 rounders, then I got to swap 4 first-rounders with these guys. What if I have a shitty season? I get some good picks. Well, now I got to swap it with these guys. That's another 4 picks I got to do that with. Well, now I'm really looking pretty crappy. And they gave up LeVert, which is probably one of their better young stars. And you got Dinwiddie with an ACL tear. And and they gave up what was it? Like you said, they gave up that center Allen. I mean, think about it, man. Think about how much they're look. I'm gonna tell you right now, with this current lineup of Harden, Irving, and Durant, they got maybe 3 or 4 years of excellent play, and then they're gonna all be going downhill because look, Durant at 34, right? What's that? Is Durant at 32 or 33 right now? I think he's at 30. He might be at 32. But I
Durant
figured
is 32.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
right that time. He ain't
so
number
I figured
32.
yeah, Harden's at 32 right now.
Yeah, they young.
My point is this: right now, Anthony Davis and LeBron are just about the same age as what those guys are, right? So as long as Durant and LeBron and LA is LA, the Nets are the best the Nets will ever do with this pick that they've got right now is the Eastern Conference Finals, and that's it. They're not going to win a championship. That's not in their cards. They gave up their future to even get a player of LeBron's caliber's quality. They're
not trying to get a player like LeBron James caliber. They trying to get to the finals, and they're gonna get to the finals.
Get to the finals. I agree. They're going to get to the finals, but that's
not right now.
But watch this. You know how, like I said, the Buffalo Bills went to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row and got turned down 4 years? That's exactly what you're going to get with this team. I guarantee you.
Jay, there's too much talent. That's way too much talent on that team. They're not going to the finals right now. Nobody said they was going to the finals. They're going to go probably next year. They're going to challenge the Lakers. But if they do get to the finals this year, though, they're going to get a Lakers to run for their money. I hope people know that. And they got the best pick. You got James Harden. Nobody worry about Victor Oladipo or some other no-names. They got their star that they want. So,
and that's it, right? They got to hold that. And that's the thing, though. But if they don't, and they come away with it without that, then we're gonna look back on this trade and be like, "Damn,
nah." You got to get about 3 years. You know, we can't expect it in the first year. They got to get the chemistry down pat.
How do you not expect the first year when you got Harden,
it don't work like that.
And Irving? Anything less than the finals, to me, in my opinion, is a bust.
Nah, Jay, how is gonna be a bust if they never play together?
Harden
and Durant. You gotta get your chemistry up. You just can't. We're gonna go to the finals. You gotta get the chemistry first. Nobody said Jay they going to the finals though. It'll be a bust.
You already know though. But watch this. You already know Westbrook and Durant got chemistry from them when they played Oklahoma City Thunder. These guys, it shouldn't take much at all to get them back in play. Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is going to have to get his chemistry with Durant, and I give you that. And Harden as well. So yeah, you're right. They have the chemistry issues there.
You think chemistry down pat, and they going.
All I can think of when somebody talks about that is that safe for coming to America. Well, they whooped Joe Lewis's ass.
I'm telling you. If they do go to the finals, they're gonna tap that ass one time.
And on that note, let's move on. Mel.
All right. Top 5 active players that could beat the 95 Bulls.
Nobody.
So.
Nobody. I don't even know who brought this question up. Nobody.
Nobody.
And you can name any player you want. They are not gonna beat that 95 Chicago Bulls team. But
the question is the top 5 active players. But you get a similar team right now of all the top.
Nobody.
No one.
Who gonna stop?
That made a difference, man.
Now listen, who gonna stop Scottie Pippen? Who gonna stop him?
I bet you Anthony Davis can do it.
Now, you said all time is different. Anthony Davis can't stop him. You know how bad
Anthony Davis can stop Scottie Pippen.
Come on, you must not watch basketball.
I watch basketball.
Now listen,
I'm not trying to take anything away from Scottie Pippen, but you're taking something away from Anthony Davis
he
too.
Ain't gonna hold Anthony Davis though. That's the thing. He ain't gonna hold Anthony Davis. He ain't gonna hold him. Anthony Davis gonna be in that paint. Scottie not going in the paint. Since when Scottie gonna be in the paint for? Who gonna stop Jordan when he on? Nobody. LeBron ain't gonna stop him. Now you said now if you said all time, oh man, I build you a team of stop him. Tracy McGrady in the prime. No, Tracy McGrady. Kobe Bryant, which is death anniversary coming up in a few days. He'll stop him. You put him in there.
His birthday is coming up.
The young Shaq. The Shaq that came into the league, that bad man. I like Allen Iverson because he was quick. He was quick, and Isaiah Thomas. No, Ben Wallace. Oh, we got it. Okay. Yeah, but right now, who gonna stop him? Steph Curry ain't gonna stop nobody. What he gonna do? James Harden.
Steph Curry would have been guarding BJ. Was it BJ Armstrong? That's who he would have been on. You don't think Steph Curry better than BJ Armstrong?
BJ Armstrong would have smoked him.
Damn, man. I just don't see that. I think Steph Curry could definitely put something on BJ.
Who gonna stop Jordan? Who gonna stop Jordan?
And okay, so that's my point. That's really what we're getting to then, right?
Nobody.
So you think that Jordan, and I do. You know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. I do think that Jordan is better than MJ. I mean, better than Bron. But there's a lot of people out there for some odd reason that seem to think that Bron is better than MJ.
Who said that?
It's all over Facebook. I mean, all over the ESPN. You always see it. I see it all the time. I can mention people, but I don't want to start no like what is it called? Network wars.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying there's people out there that I've come across that have said that MJ is Bron is better than MJ.
Because they just want to talk. They just want to talk. Why do people say that? I think they foolish and I think they stupid. Why would you say he's better than them?
I'm not one of those people. I'm just saying. So you can suffice to say you think that MJ is, and I still think MJ is better than Bron. I give you that.
Yeah, he is. I don't think
MJ's one of those kind of guys. MJ's one of those kind of guys that he's almost damn near unguardable. Nobody really in modern day or even all time they can really stop MJ.
Now this is the only person that gave Jordan fits, and he said it. He said the only person drove him nuts was Reggie Miller. We all know that Reggie Miller gave Jordan fits.
But I did see a couple of games where Vernon Maxwell gave him fits too, though.
But not like
I see Vernon Maxwell steal the ball from MJ. I witnessed that firsthand.
But not like Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller got on his skin.
Oh, Reggie Miller, he's like that parasite.
A question like that, he got to be all time because ain't nobody now in the NBA gonna stop them fools. Then they had a bench too. Who gonna stop Steve Kerr, Tony Kukoc, Bill Winnington, guys like that when they hot? Nobody.
But then again, I often wonder though, with the way the fouls are set up nowadays, the way they're ticky-tack fouls, they didn't have ticky-tack fouls back in the day. Back when the '95 Bulls were playing, man, you could pop somebody in the mouth before you get an actual foul. Yeah. Nowadays, if you touch somebody, breathe somebody the wrong way, flop the wrong way, you know what I'm saying? And they're calling fouls left and right. So I don't know how well those guys could have played in this era because they probably got fouled out.
He wouldn't mean nothing. They'll still win. That's why I say I think that question should have been redone. It should have all time now. All time would have been a whole different story.
Another topic for another show, Sean. Thanks for that, buddy.
Yeah. I was going to say, you going to chime in on this one, Logan, or we're going to move on?
Yeah, I'll just throw some names out there just to cause some controversy because why not? If I had to pick 5 just off top of the dome, like I said, we don't do any research here on the show. We just completely we always come in here and don't know what we're going to say. So, all right, we got LeBron. That's one. Who else? I like Jokic. We'll get back to Jokic because he's good. He's a really good passing center. That's something that the '95 Bulls never saw. Because he's basically like a 7-foot. He's played point guard before. Let's not forget that.
So if the Bulls had what? They had Bill Winnington at the center. They had Luke Longley at the center. And yeah, I think Jokic is better than both of those guys.
In terms of like scoring ability for sure. Because he's really good. All right, so I got LeBron, I got Jokic. Who else can I throw in there? Kawhi, he'd probably be the best defender on them guys. Other than Kawhi. So I don't even know if I want to put Giannis in there. His shooting ability is kind of iffy.
Yeah, Giannis is a tall presence of the paint.
Yeah. If we're going young, I'll throw Luka in there because he's electric. And I don't know what else I need. Who's hot right now? Give me a really good player. We'll throw him in there.
Oh man, it's a lot of good players, but they're not gonna beat them.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you. My starting 5 was Steph Curry, Bron, David, and I had Jokic in there as well.
I'll put Curry, of course. That's one.
Steph Curry's 3-bomb. Those daggers, man, they can hurt you. And that guy is consistent with that 3-bomb. The man just scored 62 points.
Steve Kerr smoke him. Steve Kerr smoke him.
You heard it here first.
You know how many times Steve Kerr hit 3-pointers? Oh, man.
Hey, I know. I lived that. Look, I watched the '90s Bulls right there with you.
I did too.
Hey, it's not like we didn't watch them. I mean, you saw firsthand. Hell, I went to the summer when the damn Bulls came into town and played.
Kerr just throw the ball up and hope it go in. I seen him do it. Kerr throw the ball up and walk off.
Yeah. I agree. Hey,
Kerr.
Let's go on to the next one.
All right, Mel. What you got?
I don't know what we're talking about Tennessee.
All right. Tennessee recruiting violation scandal. Jay, what do you think?
Man, yeah.
Screw
it, man. What are you doing, buddy? I mean, it never fails, man. I guess we're still dealing with this, and I guess we're always going to deal with this at some level with recruiting and things like that, and boosters and whatnot. You know, Pruitt went 16 and 19 in 3 seasons. He's 10 for 16 with the SEC. You know, all 7 of his losses came by double digits. You know, but basically he's getting caught up in is that offensive tackle number 3 recruitment of Mims. That's kind of what got him in the stinker position, and they pretty much went all the way up to the top, firing him. Mm-hmm. At some point, man, I tell you, man, that I would have thought all that kind of stuff would have stopped back in the Bobby Bowden eras and Urban Meyer days when back in the early days, but I think still I kind of wonder if anywhere in Alabama if they've done anything like that.
Alabama don't do stuff like that, Jay. Don't you talk about Alabama like that. We don't do stuff like that in Alabama. We don't.
Hey, I'm just saying, man. You never hear about it right off the get-go. Like this stuff, what they're talking about right now happened like 2 or 3 years ago, and they're just now catching it. Mm-hmm. And all these big-time programs, it just seems like, they go so long with nothing, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, man, some secretary gets pissed off and knows about stuff or whatever, and then they got a big whistleblower. I wouldn't be surprised. Don't be surprised if Alabama has them recruiting.
No. We don't do that in Alabama. We do it right. We don't do like Tennessee did and put money in a McDonald's bag for recruits. We don't gotta do that to get people to come to Alabama. They want to come to Alabama. People want to go to Tennessee too, but I think you should give Tennessee the death penalty and save us all the trouble. That's what you should do. Give them the death penalty.
Hey, give it out of me.
Give them the death penalty.
All right, Logan, what do you think about this with Tennessee?
Like you said, Shaw, I would like 1 Big Mac and a pile of cash. Why would you throw your money in a freaking McDonald's bag and give it to college students? It bewilders me. Look, it's college football. There's always going to be shady, under the table type of stuff going on. We see it in all sports, not just football. We see it in basketball recruiting, baseball recruiting, football is just more predominant. But it seems like every school's been rocked by this, and Tennessee's just another name, another school. This might have been like an in-house type of deal, Jay. You might have had an assistant or someone leak this info, because Jeremy Pruitt wasn't very nice to his assistant coaches. He was seen yelling at them a good bit on the sidelines. And, people don't like to be treated like that. You're grown men. You don't need to be yelling at each other. Mm-hmm. But plus they got the athletic director. He's gone too. So they lost the AD and their head coach. So Tennessee, they already had a really rough season. After kind of a promising 2019 season, they got a couple of wins. But this year was just kind of all down the drain. And, I think they had a pretty solid recruiting class coming into this season. They really did, but I definitely, I definitely think that, that a lot of those big names might leave and go elsewhere because there's still time for them to drop out and go somewhere else. I mean, hey, they're in the SEC. Tennessee has a very good history. Not as of late, but their history of their school is very prominent. But I could definitely see a few of those big name recruits leaving because of this, and I don't blame them, honestly. And they could go elsewhere, probably in the SEC or wherever else. But overall, if you're a Vols fan out there watching this, I know it sucks. You're probably going to get hard with some college football playoff restrictions for the next few years, but I mean, they're probably going to get there anyways. Get some bowl game sanctions, and so I mean, going to be a few dark years for Tennessee in terms of recruiting as well. Their recruitment's about to go way down. They're not about to get hardly anyone in the next couple of years, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. All right, Miss Melanie, wrap this bad boy up.
All right. I want to thank everybody for joining in. Thanks for our guy, Big Phil, for chiming in on the show tonight to help us out. We're so glad that you all stopped by. Remember, our times are Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time and Saturdays at noon. You can find us on Facebook. Be sure to like and share. And on YouTube, you can find us under Unscripted and any of these guys' names, Logan Landers, Jay McLovin, or Big Shaw. And you can also see the other things that they're putting out. Once again, we're glad you joined us. We're brought to you this evening by Northeast Streaming Sports.
All right. All right.